Welcome back to the Baco Motorsports Power Hour, brought to you by the Bakersfield, California. I'm Louis Amestoy, your host. I'm joined by Mike Griffith, our motorsports writer, who is in fine form today, feeling good.
I'm in 100% health.
No salt today?
I'll have salt. I'll have whatever.
All right,
I have nothing to eat. I'm going to eat a lot here in a little bit.
Also joining us, the race doctor himself, Mike Mosier, and we were talking a little bit about his career and of course one of the voices of Bakersfield Speedway and you know, feel there was some discussion that you may step down from doing it, but you came back and you sound great, and as you said too, I mean, it's hard to not be excited about the quality of racing that's been going on this season at Bakersfield Speedway, right?
Oh, it's crazy good. Yeah, the car counts are really come up. You can see a little ping from that because the economy is moving as well, but the competition, these guys are doing their homework. You know, they're communicating. You know that at the racing circles, they're all families, so a lot of secrets, I would say, is shared with a lot of drivers, and that makes that competition even more keen. Speaking of family, you know, that Tina Bell thing we were talking about earlier, last year she had trouble with her car and borrowed a car from Shepherd's to maintain her points march into the championship, which, by the way, she won it by 2 points over Gary Spiller, which is a very tight race. Yeah. But that family aspect within the drivers, I think, spills all the way over into sharing secrets on car setups.
Right. And that's the thing we've seen at Bakersfield Speedway is that we see those setups, you know, there is that talk and communication. Sometimes there's probably too much talk and communication, and it's spilled over to some nastiness that's happened there. But for the most part, that group is pretty tightly knit.
Absolutely.
Interesting stuff. All right, let's get to some of the results here. So actually, some of the upcoming events that are coming up here. By the way, at noon today, we will hand out this award, the Grumpy Griff Award.
Mosier likes that.
I love it. It's so good. It's a good picture, by the way.
You know what I want to do? I want to get it as a decal so it can go on like, you know, like one of the cars. We can get it small enough, you know, in there, and that'll be great
On a race car.
On a race car, yeah.
Nice.
It'll be like a star, you know, like, you know, they'll be their.
You get one of those for the main event win. Maybe we'll change it to the Grumpy Griff and put it on the car.
Yes, the Grumpy Griff, and we'll have to put Griff's plates out there. Coming up this weekend, we have modifieds, hobby stocks, American stocks, mod lights, mini dwarfs, and it's a Make-A-Wish night, which is a major night for the Speedway. And then coming up the week after, the late models, sport mods, mini stocks, Race Saver sprints, and it's KUZZ night. And that's going to be exciting to see. You know, it's two back-to-back weekends of strong car counts and big events with the modifieds coming back this week. And again, here's your information for May 2nd at the space. This was a huge event last week. General admission is $12. Kids 6 to 12 are $5. Kids 5 and under are free. Gates open at 4 o'clock. Racing at 6. And Mike,
camping and parking free.
There you go.
Nice.
Also, hobby stocks, American stocks, mod lights, and mini dwarfs. And looking at that setup, I mean, you know, obviously the modifieds put on a great show last weekend, and we'll talk about that in a minute here. But you know, you've got hobby stocks, which has been very competitive. The mod light class has emerged as one of the biggest classes out there. Which one do you kind of look forward to seeing on Saturday night?
That I look for, like one of my favorites?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've raced the IMCA modified, so that's kind of akin to me. I enjoy the speed, the exhilaration. I understand the psychology of a driver setting one up to challenge him for that position. Mm-hmm. Push him up high a little bit, slide off of him, dive to the inside, that kind of deal.
Right.
Yeah, I really like the modifieds. The Mod Lights is a new entry. They're running 15-second laps, very quick, by the way, and featuring father and son, father and daughter kind of thing, where the young people are able to jump in that car and compete with their parents. That's pretty special.
It's a pretty interesting dynamic, I think, what's emerged out of that. Taking a look, by the way, we did a poor job last week of presenting Tom Mock's photos. And Tom Mock, by the way, let me know. I think he let you know too, right, Griffith?
Yeah, and I have a missed call from him today too, so he's probably wondering if he's going to see any photos. But
well,
you got to love this. I mean, come on,
look at that shot right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of competition we've been seeing, right?
That's the kind we're talking about, where you get 3 and 4 wide. We had 4 wide Saturday night twice. 3 wide, they're uncountable. Of course, then later toward the evening, the track went away, strangely very different than it has been for years. Ended up pretty much being a top shelf for the Ridge Route around the track, one lane, if you will. A lot of guys tried to dive bomb the bottom, make a slide job, come underneath, but the exit off the corners on the bottom were just no grip. The top side kept the RPM up, and this was exciting early on stuff.
And going through the rest of our photos here, and then getting to our winner of the night, Robbie Sawyer with, I think, his first win of the season, right? Is that right?
Yeah. First win of the season, and the slide before that was Brad Pounds running next to him, and Brad Pounds is yet to win, and he's knocking on the door, so would not be surprised if he comes away with a win.
I mean, you look at this list here? I mean, here's 10 guys here, right? You know, you know, would you surprise you if any one of these 10 guys wins a race at some point in this season?
Absolutely not. They're all hard competitors. Brett Bennett, man, this cat here, number 5 car, he's been coming on the last couple of years, really got his game plan in his hand, and right now I would look at him to be odds-on favorite coming into the top 5 into the year.
Ethan Dotson was in 5th there. I mean, he's the guy.
He got a win at Hanford on Friday night, correct?
Yeah, right.
So he's got his first win in an A mod, and hasn't won at the Speedway yet, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if any of these people won.
Was it 2 people won from Hanford? Ethan Dotson and is it Gary Dutton won as well?
Did he win as well?
Yeah. So there you go. So Robbie Sawyer with the win over Brad Pounds, Troy Morris Jr. in 3rd, Roger Holder in 4th, Ethan Dotson in 5th, Brett Bennett, as we mentioned before, he's got that win already this season, in 6th, Mike Kirby, John Piker, Justin Schweitzer, and Cody Laney finish out the top 10 there. Moving on to Sport Mod, and again, this one's been incredible all season, huh?
This was a crazy great main event win. The 3A CP of Levi Kiefer, of course, taking the win, but challenged heavily by that 16 car, the outlaw Ricky Childress. He took it over the edge.
Yeah.
You know, they say if you're not going to the edge, you're not going to make the pass. He was putting it on the edge, trying inside-outside moves, and finally coming into turn 3, he was hard on the gas, took it to the edge, jumped over the edge, if you will, and spun. Otherwise, that would have been a great rundown to the end. But Levi Kiefer, the star act of the night.
Levi Kiefer with the win over Billy Simpkins.
And Billy Simpkins started 10th, came all the way to 2nd, so solid run. On that track where it was pretty much top shelf only.
Right.
Excellent run by Billy.
And Billy's shown a lot of grit and determination this season. Got the first win of the year in the opener. So
I tell you what we need to do. Billy Simpkins has a GoPro camera on the inside of his car, and I watched the video yesterday on Facebook.
Right.
Beautiful competition where he was battling his way up to finish second with the 32 of Tina Pounds and the 33 of Cale Kankey. But just the clarity and no rattle. I mean, it's very tight video. It'd be great sometime we get some of that in there on the show.
Absolutely. It would be really great to get that in there. I'd love to see it from the different classes, too, because everything has a little bit of a different look on it as well. The rest of that top 10 in that Sport Mod class, Cale Kankey, Nick Spain-Howard in 4th, Gary Dutton in 5th, Jared Schweitzer in 6th, Jordan Hager in 7th, Kevin Johnson in 8th, Brylan Holder in 9th, and Tina McGowan Pounds in 10th.
Tina Pounds
in 10th. Let's go on. This is what is this?
IMCA stock.
IMCA. This is the class you like,
right?
And what is it you like about this particular class?
It's just look of yesteryear, you know, looks the Grand National car where the cars are, by rule, keep their original look. Mm-hmm. If you're a Dodge, Ford, Chevy, whatever it is, that look is there, and the horsepower, the speed. It's kind of like what they say, a hobby stock on steroids. We're going to have a competition this year pitting the real deal Rick Childress in his blue 44. Whoops. The blue 44, as you see on the picture there, against the 18 car Kevin Collier, a hobby stock. So you got a IMCA stock versus a IMCA stock. See who's the quickest, the fastest.
Love it. And there's a lot of buzz about the winner of this race. I saw on Facebook later. A lot of people giving shout-outs to Lauren D'Armand. Is that how we say his last name?
D'Armand.
What?
That was a solid win. I mean, that was a good run by those two guys up front. Entertaining race.
Very entertaining race.
Clean.
All right.
Yes.
Keep moving on. This is the mini stocks, and there was a little Tom Mock caught some jumbling action in this. So that was lit up like you wouldn't believe with the cannon that is Tom Mock's flash. And there is our winner on the night, on this particular night. Then that was Doug Shepard with the win over Tina Bell. That was a heck of a race, huh?
That was a very good race. I don't think if there were, like we said earlier, maybe 3 or 4 more laps that Tina could have reeled him in. He was such a dominant force, clean in the corners. The car was not loose or pushing. He was on his A game in a perfect setup.
And Tina, though, I mean, that was a pretty good car count for that night. And Tina, getting second in that. So she's maintaining. She could be our driver of the year at this point. Let's go to these guys. These are the lightning sprints?
Correct.
All right. Keep going through this, Chris. And some great action there. These guys are really fun to watch.
Dude, 13-second laps.
Wow.
Just huge. Back World of Outlaws 1994, last time we were at the Speedway, they were at the high 13-second bracket, or low 13-second bracket. These guys were in the mid-13s.
Wow.
With a motorcycle engine.
That's incredible. Griffith?
Yeah, those are a good fit for the size of the track, shape of the track, and the power to weight ratio makes them a good fit. And they're quick. They're quick little cars.
Yeah. Doug Nunez was the winner in that one, and congratulations to him. And another good field there. And don't forget, we're going to do the Grumpy Griffs here in about 30 minutes or so.
Have we talked to Shannon in HR about that award?
We have not.
Okay.
She's out for a couple weeks.
That's probably good.
Do you want me to have Nancy come up and
maybe we should talk about this award.
No retribution, right?
What are you looking forward to for the season, the rest of the season, sir?
Well, we've got a very diverse type of car counts and divisions that are coming in. I look for some new challenges by new drivers that have moved up in some divisions, got some new cars. Brad Pounds has built a brand new chassis with new technology. He's still searching, trying to find a handle in that car. Once he gets it, he'll be right back in the winner's circle. But one of the things I look forward to, of course, this Saturday night, Make-A-Wish, where we are able to help some unfortunate with a light at the end of their tunnel, if you will. And then, of course, the big night of the year, as I call it, the Bud Nationals and the fireworks celebration at the end of June, because we are dark Saturday, July 4th,
right.
So we do the fireworks a week before.
That's going to be a great night, too. And the Bud Nationals, of course, was a huge success last season, too.
Oh, my gosh, so good. You get champions from all over the United States, if we will. I say that really Western states, but the car counts are huge. You got champions from all over out there going for the big money. Did you do the turkey night too, or did you?
I did do the turkey
night. And that turned
night.
out to be bigger than people expected too.
Well,
right?
of course, the turkey. Okay, you're talking about Turkey Night Thunder.
Right.
I'm shifting back to Tony Stewart and the U-segment. Yeah, the Turkey Thunder 2-night event was just huge, to the point that we find it advantageous to add it to our calendar going forward. So it's on the calendar again this year. 2-night event, huge car counts, great racing facility, and the weather was superb. It was a great race.
Well, we appreciate you coming in and talking to us. And as always, it's always a pleasure to see you at the track, and hope to see you here a few more times as I get out there.
Brother. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
And it is the race doctor, Mike Mosier, and he is fantastic and makes the part of the fun of going out to these shows is the analysis they provide, and it just makes such a fascinating night to hear them call all the action each night. And I know Mike how many years have you guys spent in those together?
All the time he's been there, I've been covering
21 years now.
Yeah,
wow.
And then back before, I've been covering racing since 78, 77.
You're not that old.
78.
Oh, 1970. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I don't go back to Flintstone car. Mike has one of those in his garage, his first car. I saw it on Facebook the other day. It had big one, like, oil can drums at the front and the back and pedal power.
Yeah, and a leather helmet, right?
Yeah. No helmet back then.
No helmet.
All right, well, we got to get out of here. We'll be right back with more Auto Club Formosa Raceway. Blake Bowser coming up next. He's going to talk a little bit about their schedule, and we're going to talk to him about Ron Capps and Fast Jack Beckman and what his thoughts on those guys are. We'll see you after the break here.
Times are waiting, so grab some buds and head to Kern County Raceway this Saturday night. It's Budweiser Night at the Races in KCRP, featuring Pro Late Models, NASCAR Spec Mods, NASCAR Super Stocks, NASCAR Mini Stocks, and Supermoto. Gates open at 4 with the racing at 7. Budweiser.